as we're having our moment of silence, there's so many things that have happened that you listen to the news or read the paper or stay up to speed on what's going on. And one of those is 100 years ago, Tulsa, Oklahoma disaster. We're celebrating it. A lot of information is coming out. Time to reflect, a moment of silence, and think about our history moving forward. Thank you. And now our pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay.
I give it to God a moment.
All right. Okay. Following our agenda, public comment, agenda items only this time. Okay. Seeing none then, my pleasure to introduce Martha Robbins, who's here today to talk about the 2021 Community Development Block Grant CDBG public hearing. She's our Executive Director of the Redevelopment Authority. Why is that your name?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. I'm Monroe along with the Northeast Stroudsburg and Stroudsburg have begun the grant planning application process for 2020 CDBG program. Each year, pursuant to the county's citizen participation plan, is the first public hearing that is required during this public hearing is to provide citizens to discuss priority needs of the project. And as providing notification of this public hearing was published in the book on May 7, 2021, and also posted on Monroe County, Stroudsburg, County of Monroe will hold the second public hearing for all three communities that will identify the activities proposed to be undertaken in the 2021 CDBG on October 6th. The application submission date will be October 28th. 2021 CDBG allocation amount for the County of Monroe is $433,461, an increase of $12,900 based on the county's 2020 CDBG allocation. The CDBG program is a grant program introduced in 1974, one of the longest consistently administered funding programs by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The program is passed on to the Commonwealth PA through the entity Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. CDBG grants are provided on an annual basis with the overall mission to municipalities and counties to develop viable communities, provide decent housing, and create suitable living environments. The program provides flexible funding for a variety of activities, such as public services, housing activities, public facilities, and CDBG funds are federal funds, so therefore a number of significant rules and regulations must be followed in order to comply with the federal requirements such as fair housing, conflict of interest, state act, procurement requirements, and review. Project review of the community development plans is in the beginning phase of developing the county's 3-year community development plan. This plan will be incorporated into the county's 2021 CDBG application. We will identify short-term 1-year and long-term 3-year. Status of current county CDBG projects to date: 2016 CDBG project housing rehabilitation. Funded amount is $245,337 and fully expended and completed. 2017 CDBG housing rehabilitation. Funding amount $237,808 to date. The authority has expended $94,484.32. 8 units are in. Program has a completion date of 12/17. 2018 CDBG housing rehabilitation funded amount $297,500 These funds are to be completed and drawn down by April 20th, 2022. 2019 CDBG, housing rehabilitation funded amount $327,607 to be completed and funds drawn down by April 20th, 2020 CDBG, housing rehabilitation funded amount $345,021. RDA is currently working to complete the environmental review. It's the planning commission for their review and approval by the county prior to starting the project by the end of the third. Activities to be completed and funds drawn down. February 23rd.
Any questions?
Martha, what was the amount that East Stroudsburg got?
East Stroudsburg.
You know, the borough of Stroudsburg got
Borough
100.
had 110, I think they had 150,000. Get a little bit more.
Thank you.
Ms. Robbins, one might question, why are you reporting fiscal year 16, 17, 18? Why, if you get money in 2017, why can't it be spent by 2018?
Because, well, first of all, your contracts are 3-year activities. And with housing rehabilitation is a little bit more of a process. We have to interview clients to make sure that they are income qualified for the program. And we do a bidding inspection of the unit. And we do work write-up, bidding process. And we have 25, 50, 75, 100% inspections in between, and finals or partial. So it takes a little bit of time to create a year.
No problem with contractors or anything?
Well, we use local contractors. They've been on our list for about maybe 10 years plus. Right now, our issue is material costs, which have really increased our end use cost by the time we get finished, particularly wood. There's a shortage of windows. It's just increased the cost to the homeowner actually, because we do put a grant or 0% percentage loan.
I think if I heard you correctly, you expended everything from 16, but 17, you're in the process, and the drop dead date for that is later this year.
That's correct. That's the final deadline date that we're obligated to for DPD, and we don't believe we will have any issue spending that money just because of cost reasons right now. We've had to increase our grant amount to the max in order to not hurt the homeowner and push that extra additional money into a 0%. We would rather see it utilized in a grant, which will be forgiven after.
That's my question. It seems almost as though it notches up a few thousand, 298, 327, 345. You don't foresee any problems in spending that money on eligible activities going forward. And I know the 345,000 doesn't have to be spent until 24 or 25. But you don't see that there will be a problem spending the money on housing rehab.
We have right now about 107 applicants on our waiting list. I would say 70% of them are seniors. We just completed a senior housing rehab program utilizing fair funds, and we were able to assist 4 seniors with that money. We're hoping that this month we awarded another fair funding amount to continue that senior housing.
Thank you.
The boroughs already know what their projects are going to be. For the most part, they utilize that money for road improvement and so on. Do you have to do the survey for the boroughs, or the boroughs do the surveys of the?
The boroughs are not doing surveys on their street roads because they're choosing block routes where there's 50% for more low mod income
Mhm.
persons. I believe Strasburg has about 3 block groups that they use CDBG funds in. And I believe Strasburg has about 4. They're usually, their activity is usually a little bit different than the housing rehab.
No, they do. They have a
They're pretty
plan.
much up to date on their CDBG programs.
Right.
So, working with the borough engineer on both sides, which is the same engineer, has really been a really good working relationship in order to get these completed.
But largely, that's because doing a street cut or a curb cut or a street project doesn't get into the income qualifications and the amount of administrative time to begin to spend the money seems to be the major hangup with, you get it today and you spend it tomorrow.
Street roads are based on low mod areas versus low mod households. The household has to be income qualified in order to.
So you can't pave a street where there's a high mod.
Here's where we would do the survey if the boroughs wanted to do a street that was not in a low mod block group. Usually they're not very successful. You don't get that reply that you really should in order to determine whether it's.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to old business. Motion to approve the actions listed. This is old business. Numbers, I guess, 1, 2, and 3 under old business.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Your first and second. Any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, proclamations and certificates. We have some listings there. We had a very nice RSVP reception at the Loader Building last week, and to honor those folks that are listed there. It was very nice. We thank everyone, not only ones listed, but everyone that volunteers in Monroe County to help all those in need at this particular point. And then some Eagle Scouts. I can say I'm doing 2, John's doing 2 tomorrow night, John's doing 2 on Sunday. Commissioners are all, this is Eagle Scout time. So kind of exciting for the young folks, young men that are getting their awards.
Well, mine was a wedding.
No, we told you that. We said that there would be
So I
food.
can turn the tuxedo back.
Yeah. Where your scout?
Your purple tuxedo.
Okay. New business.
I move that we issue the proclamations and certificates that are
Second.
listed on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. I'll be first and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, seen, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Let's see, new business. Under item number 1, motion to approve the actions listed in number 1, items A and B. Well, A is agendas. B,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
yay, we have a first and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Number 2. Let's see. Okay, motion to approve the actions listed in number 2, electronic financial transactions, items A, B, and C.
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a first and second. Any discussion or questions? on those items? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? None. Okay, under item number 3, we do not have the report. However, we have 2 actions to be taken for one for the treasurer's office and one for Penn State Extension. So under number 3, items B and C. I hear a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a first, we need a second. Any questions or discussion?
Any chance to send Teresa to Du Bois is exciting spot.
Yeah.
You had put in for Las Vegas, but I guess travel is still restricted, so Du Bois is second.
Okay. Hearing any other, no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 4. Items A, B, and C.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a first, we have a second. Any discussion or questions regarding this? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Quite a long some commissioner's office items. Moving on to number 5, commissioner's office. Motion to approve the actions listed in number 5, items A through D.
So moved.
Second.
There's a first, we have a second. Any discussion or questions?
Just a comment that, if you look down through J, L, M, and N, I think that's all of them, all relate to the new courthouse construction. The plan has been in effect forever to move the register and recorder of deeds over here. Some of it is related to that move. Some of it is related to the demolition of the PNC bank building, where it was determined that there was some asbestos found, so there's an asbestos abatement modification to the base bid. The other one under P, the reason there are so many new vendors on the for the fiscal department is most all of them relate to the grant that is out there for providing people with relief on rental and utility. So many of those entities are landlords that are receiving money to pay the back bills of renters who were unable to afford that payment during the COVID pandemic.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 6, redevelopment authority of Monroe County. Items A. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Any discussion?
Martha, why is new construction being removed as an eligible category for first-time home buyers?
Well, the F-137 board, we had a couple inquiries about new construction, particularly modular housing. And in reviewing, we never really had a concrete policy on new construction on how to handle a first-time home buyer utilizing the money. So in reviewing the steps that we would need to take, made it more difficult for us to pinpoint when the first-time home buyer's money would be utilized. And with the situation as it is right now, the cost may increase to the home buyer. And sometimes when that usually happens, that new construction may not happen. So they decided just to take the new construction off and just utilize existing housing.
Has there been much use of these funds for new construction in the past?
The only time that they utilize for new construction would be for tax credits. And the Act 137 funds would be leveraged with tax credits and, development. Looking back in the past, no one's ever inquired about new construction.
Just while we're on the topic, how many first-time home buyers participate in this ballpark in a given year?
Usually it depends. I think last year we had a pretty good year. We had about 8 first-time home buyers. But we have a lot of phone calls and a lot of, sometimes the lenders don't want to participate in that program, which knocks them out funding. But last year we had 8.
And what knocks them out for funding the income?
Well, the lender doesn't want to deal with us as a, in between person. So you don't hear from them after a while. to provide the information, you don't usually hear from the home buyer or the lender.
But this is an income qualified
Yes.
program as well.
A little bit higher than what your housing rehab program. 120%.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item number 7, motion to approve the actions listed in number 7. Item A.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
First, second. Questions, discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Miscellaneous. I'd like to kind of lead off with one miscellaneous item. After speaking with our emergency management director this morning, Mary Ellen Keegan, I'd like to remind the community, thank those folks that have already gotten their vaccines, and remind the community that we have drive-up free vaccines on Friday, this Friday coming up, 12 to 8, for 18 and up individuals, and Saturday, 8 to 8, and this will be for PA residents only, a no ID required. And this will be held at Northampton Community College, our Tannersville campus. You stay in your car, you chill out there, you get the vaccine, and sit your 15, 20 minutes, and away you go. So, remind me, we'd like to have as many people in Monroe County vaccinated as possible, so we can spread the word out there that we're on, again, this Friday, 12 to 8, and Saturday, 8 to 8. Any other thing for miscellaneous?
I have nothing.
I'd like to say that I'll be in training for a 5K walk run through the vineyards over at Mountain Creek for October's Hops for Hope for the Women's Resources. So if you see me hopping down Wallace Street, you'll understand why. I will take on John Moyer.
Are we all
to beat
invited?
time.
Are we all invited?
Sure.
We're all invited, so hey, it's
Where is that, Sean?
Mountain View.
Mountain View.
October, so we have some time.
We have time to get ready.
I'm walking, bring a calendar.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will that enable you to put a 5K on the back of your?
That's the reason why I'm doing it.
I think
You know, I knew somebody that did a marathon once, a long time ago.
What I'm gonna do is get a sticker for the back of my truck that says 401K. So that's something.
Okay.
Motion to,
Well,
public
wait,
comment.
no, public comment.
Tracy, are you just here to, or do you have something to present?
Don't have any. I mean, I can tell you the campaigns that are going on right now, or that are upcoming.
Please.
For traffic safety. Right now, we're in the click it or ticket phase campaign, which is going to end on June 6th. So make sure you're out there wearing your seatbelts because they are enforcing both day and night. We have the 4th of July driving impaired campaign, which starts June 21st and runs through July 4th. So heads up, there will be DUI checkpoints and roping patrols happening across the state. So keep that in mind. And then for July, we have the aggressive driving wave 3, which is the 3rd wave of the year for aggressive driving, which will be July 5th through August 22nd. And then also in July, we have Operation Safe Driver, which is July 11th through 17th, which is to bring awareness to driving safety around commercial motor vehicles and large buses. That's what's coming up on the agenda, but a few community events are starting to open up, so I'm being able to get out to do some things, and I'm still doing Zoom classes with the schools wherever I can get in. So out there doing stuff, writing articles for 6 agencies from Monroe County.
Excellent.
Yeah,
We appreciate what you do, Tracy.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
thanks for that update. That's very helpful.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? Anything else miscellaneous?
I think John Moyer still has a box of flares that you
Same
gave
thing
him
over
back in
there.
the day.
Hey, do I hear a
I'll take the
motion?
garbage man something.
They would still work.
Public comment? Any other public comment? Nothing?
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. We don't need it, right? All in favor? Yeah. Okay.